Hi, welcome back to the shop. Time today to start thinking about the face of the drawers. I've got this idea that I'm going to get them all out of this one board, all of the faces. It's a little bit wider than I need. I'll be able to cut some of this whitewood off a little bit. But this way I think I can get, it's going to be kind of a little bit bland. I mean, this isn't great featured material. But if I can do this, I'll get all the drawers will be out of the same piece of wood. If I'm careful and I mark them all out and keep track of them, I can get them all right side up and blah, 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 and get them all to fit together so that they all go exactly where they belong and the boards get, in a sense, put back together. That's a little fussy, but it's a thing I'm going to try to do. Anyway, this board, part of the reason that I decided to use this cherry was I had one of the boards, I remember I said my buddy Rick cuts them up. This board didn't quite cut up right. It's about 5/8 of an inch thick in the middle and 3/4, an inch and a quarter on the ends. Just a terrible board. Something went a little bit wrong when he was cutting it. But I only need 1/2 of an inch, and there's a 1/2 of an inch minimum in the center. So I'm just going to do some planing. Plane the ends, bring it down. Hopefully I'll be able to get it flat and make it work. Anyway, so fan on, won't be able to hear you. Here we go. Mind the fan noise. So what do we have? We're at 3/4. I'm looking for 1/2 inch. I've got most of the majority of the board on this side is plain to true, a little bit there, and most of the back is planed out a little bit here. So I think we're going to make it smaller increments. Okay, so I just did the face. Now I'm going to alternate back and forth, face and back, and get it all true. Reasonably true. About 5/8. 9/16. It's pretty close to 1/2 inch. I think I'm going to stop there. We'll see how it goes. Got a little cleaning up to do on the edges. Probably want to join this thing and get it reasonably straight. And then I've got to decide whether I want to start cutting the tops. I'm thinking maybe I'll cut strips off. And then start cutting them into their little increments. Anyway, so I'm going to sand this next, I think, and take a look at it. Probably do a quick trim, the material that I don't need off the ends. This end's kind of split to about there. It's got a knot and a blemish right there. Get rid of it. We'll see how it comes out. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to give this a quick sand with 150 grit paper on the back. And here's a little hint from your Uncle Dave. Hey, you got a hand. I'm not sure how this is going to sand out, right? For the most part, it seems pretty flat, but I've got some little machine marks in it. So I'm going through, and I'm going to just do some quick marks on places that I think could be a little bit better. There are little places where there's a little distortion, a little peaky area where there was maybe a chipped knife, or it's not consistent. So places where it's just chipped more or cut deeper, little waves. And by putting a pencil mark on them, when I'm sanding with a sander, I'll be able to actually see the pencil marks going away. And I'll know that I've gotten that area. You know. Watch. Well, that came out really well. And pencil marks help you visually see as you're sanding. They give you that little cue that this area has been sanded well enough. This area has been sanded well enough. This right here isn't sanded well enough. When you're working on a new piece of wood, you don't know how it's going to sand. It's just, I haven't used this paper in a while. So this is all nicely done. It all came out pretty darn smooth. All of the heinous surface characteristics are pretty much gone. And for a coarse sand, that's nice. I kind of like to do a quick coarse sand on a piece of wood before I do my trimming to it to make it the right size, because that way it keeps me, if I sand over the edge a little bit, it keeps me from rounding stuff that I don't want to round, because I'm going to cut this now. Anyway, this is ready to go. I'll get to work on the other side. I'm still unsure as to whether I'm going to take it down to 1/2 inch from this 9/16. 9/16 seems okay. 1/2 inch might be better. I'll let you know. Be no secrets here. Anyway, thanks for watching.